Aries, March is a month like none other. Not only is it the beginning of a new zodiacal year come Aries season, your season, there's also going to be some major energy shifts because we've got two heavy hitter planets, namely Saturn and Pluto, changing signs, which is a pretty big deal. So for you, March is all about new beginnings, especially because the sun is going to be in your sign. However, there is going to be some major energy shifts for you, especially when it comes to your friendships, your associations, your goals, and your inner world. All right, so buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be an interesting ride. If you want to know more about what March has in store specifically for you, keep watching. You definitely don't want to miss this. What's going on, Aries? As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Mel, your new favorite astrologer, and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So this channel is everything tarot, astrology, spirituality, and manifestation. So if those are the things you like, if those are the things you love, if those are the things you want to learn more about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, my love. So this is going to be the March 2023 monthly astro forecast for the sign of Aries. So the astrology portion is always done by rising sign. However, I find that these videos can really resonate even if it is your sun sign, especially the tarot portion. So I'm going to leave a link to the playlist in the description box below. So you can check out your sun and your rising, or even if you're cross watching, you can check out for whatever sign you would like. All right. So let's definitely get into it and talk about what March has in store for you. So I kind of separated March into two sort of groups. So first, we've got the regular March activities, right? Namely the sun in Pisces and Aries. Like this goes down every single March. And so these particular energies are very typical for your sign at this time of year. Then we have the outliers. We've got the special events going on this month that are going to rock our world, okay? Like I mentioned before, that Saturn going into Pisces and Pluto going into Aquarius. That's what makes March perhaps the most important month of 2023 because it's ushering in a new age, it's ushering in a new generation, and it's a complete energy shift. Like we're really going to be feeling this, all right? Both on an individual level and on a societal level. Like I just want you to take notice of what's going around in the world. Doesn't it seem like the world is kind of going to shit? That's definitely Pluto at work. Pluto at that 29th degree of Capricorn, which at the time that I'm filming this video, Pluto is at 29 degrees Capricorn. That's that last pass of the wrecking ball that is decimating everything that is no longer serving us in society. That's why you're seeing things like governments, religious organizations, big businesses imploding and crumbling because we're entering a new age. We're entering a new generation, and this new generation is all about personal autonomy. No longer are we going to be reliant on big businesses, religions, government to tell us who we are and what we need to do. This is all about personal freedom and taking control and autonomy over our own lives. So to say that this is an interesting time to be alive is a serious understatement, all right? So like I said, buckle up because things are about to get really, really interesting. And Pluto going into Pisces, it's really a nice transit, depending, because it signals a time where a lot of our manifestations are going to come to fruition, especially because Saturn is in Pisces, right? Like this is going to be the physical manifestation of the things that are in our subconscious or that we've been imagining, right? So that can be a very good thing. Saturn in Pisces is also going to be about integrating body and spirit and the consequences for not integrating those two things, okay? Also, Saturn is karmic retribution. So many of us may be receiving karma, whether good or bad, for things that we've done in the past. So again, I feel like March is a hella interesting month, and seeing how this is going to play out is going to be one hell of a movie. All right. So that's pretty much the rundown of the general astrology. And if you want to know more about the general astrology for the month of March, check out my March 2023 monthly astro forecast. I'll leave the link to that in the description box below. So let's talk about the astrology specifically for you, Aries, for March. All right. So this month, there's going to be an emphasis on your 12th house of the unknown and your first house of you and yourself. Thereafter, there's also going to be an emphasis on your 10th house of career and public life. And finally, another emphasis on your house that governs friendships, ambitions, and goals. All right, so let's jump right in and talk about what March has to offer for you. So first and foremost, there's going to be an emphasis on your 12th house of the unknown, specifically when the sun is in Pisces. So by way of general astrology, the season before the sun is going to be in your rising sign, or coincidentally, the season before your birthday. So if you are an Aries sun, Pisces season is the time where you rest. It is the time to recharge your batteries. It is the time to rest up because you're about to go around the zodiacal wheel a whole nother time, right? So this is a time for you to rest and recharge your batteries. So it's a time where you may sleep more. It's a time where you may be more introspective. It's also a time where you prepare for the future, okay? It's a time where you sort of just chill, right? Can be very introspective. Think about it sort of like the end of the year, right? And how you're sort of tying up loose ends. You're taking stock of how the year has been. You're thinking about what you want to do in this new upcoming year. That is what Pisces season is for you, okay? And this is going to allow you to, again, rest, recharge your batteries, be introspective. This may be a time where you want to meditate more, where you want to pray more, where you want to really connect with your higher self and prepare yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually for a new revolution around the zodiacal wheel or around the sun, all right, come Aries season. So you may find that you are withdrawn. You may not be going out as much. Again, this is just a time to chill, relax, and get ready for your season, because come your season, Aries season, it's going to put an emphasis on your first house of self. So this is going to be a time where you can be as Aries as you want to be. You can be a little selfish as you also like to be, but the focus is all about you, your needs, your desires, your wants, your physical body, your attitude, your outlook on life. The operative word here is you, okay? So Aries season is all about you. And that Aries energy is about starting new things. So anything that's a personal goal of yours, whether it has to do with your body, your appearance, your outlook, any goals that you want to achieve, Aries season is going to be the perfect time to start implementing those action steps to achieve those goals, especially for goals that you are particularly passionate about. Aries season is going to be the perfect time to implement those things, all right? And again, this energy, Pisces and Aries, like the sun in Pisces and the sun in Aries, this goes down every March. So that's the regular astrology for the month. Now let's get into the juicy stuff and talk about Saturn and Pisces. So initially, Saturn is going to start off in your 11th house, okay? When Saturn is in Aquarius, this is highlighting and emphasizing your 11th house of friendship, goals, and ambitions. So Saturn has been or was in Aquarius since the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. So basically for 2 years and change, Saturn has been working its way through your 11th house. And this means that when it came to goals that you were trying to achieve, when it came to relationships that you were trying to foster, particularly friendships, networking relationships, or groups that you belong to, you may have found that you encountered a lot of obstacles. You may have found that you encountered challenges, or things just took a really long time For others of you, you may have received karmic retribution when it comes to your friends, associations, or goals. For others of you, it just may be a time when, during this time, manifestations related to friendships, goals, and associations became a solid part of your life. They actually manifested and came to fruition, okay? But by and large, I feel like, whenever I'm doing like astrology or I'm doing tarot readings, it's like there's a feather under my nose. So that's why I keep touching my nose. But anyway, Saturn in your 11th house definitely frustrated a lot of things. You may have also learned a lot of life lessons with respect to friendship. So issues related to loyalty and fidelity, issues related to identity, like what groups or associations you identify with. I think these are some of the harsh life lessons you may have learned since Saturn was in Aquarius, okay? Now that Saturn is getting ready to transit into Pisces, there's going to be, it's almost like the gate is going to open, right? Things are going to start to move a little bit faster in the area of friendship, goals, and ambitions for you now that Saturn is leaving your 11th house. And when Saturn goes into Pisces, it's going to highlight your 12th house of the unknown. More so than any other sign. For you guys, Saturn in Pisces is really going to hone in on the issue of body and spirit. Understanding that there is a duality to everything. As above, so below. And I feel like Saturn in Pisces is really going to teach you that lesson, whether you know it or you don't. Meaning that whatever you want to achieve, whatever your heart desires, whatever you're truly passionate about, or whatever you're supposed to be doing here, there's a spiritual element and a 3D worldly element. And it's about integrating the two that's going to lead to success. So these are the lessons that I feel like Saturn in Pisces is really going to teach you, okay? Also, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, that issue of karmic retribution is also really going to be a thing. So whatever energy you've been putting out over the last couple of months, years, even decades, may finally be making its way back to you for better or for worse. Me personally, I don't ascribe a moral connotation to karma. It's just cause and effect. So whatever you've done in the past, that is what you will reap now in the future. So I feel like Saturn in Pisces is going to be an extremely interesting transit for you guys. Very ethereal, but again, I feel like for you guys, that lesson of as above, so below, as within, so without. That integration of body and spirit is going to be a heavy theme for you over the next 3 years because Saturn is going to be in Pisces from now until 2026. All right, so get comfortable with that. There's also going to be a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you're not going to be privy to, but whatever's going on behind the scenes, probably going to move a little slow. Things may be frustrated, and you probably won't even have any idea of this because the 12th house also covers secrets. So maybe it's your spirit team working on things on your behalf, and it's just going to take some time. Manifestations may come to fruition, but it's just going to take some time because Saturn rules time. Okay, so be patient over the next 3 years. Things are definitely going to unfold, but you're going to need to have the patience to see things through. All right, so that's Saturn. So let's talk about Pluto. So at the beginning of the month, Pluto is going to be in your 10th house of career and public life. Now, Pluto's been hanging out in your 10th house for quite some time because Pluto has been in Capricorn for probably close to 2 decades. So when it comes to your career, reputation, public life, all of those things that the 10th house covers. And by the way, if you want to know more about the houses, I'm going to leave the link to that video in the description box below, as well as my playlist on how to read your natal chart. It includes the houses and some other great stuff. All right, so check out the description box for the links to those videos. But in any event, Pluto in your 10th house definitely added some intensity when it came to your career, when it came to your public life and reputation. Pluto is all about death, rebirth, and transformation. It's like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. So you've probably watched your career, your public life undergo this transformation for quite some time. Perfect example is that you may be in your 30s, okay, maybe even your 40s. And this transit has seen you through college, through your first job, maybe through, getting your master's, getting promoted, moving up the corporate ladder. Like the trajectory of your career has played out with this Pluto transit in Capricorn. Now, also, you may have been experiencing cycles of beginnings and endings because that is the essence of Pluto energy. So as it pertains to your career, you may have lost jobs, gained jobs. Maybe you've done a complete career shift. Regardless, there's been an extreme and intense and profound level of transformation as it pertains to your career and your public life. So this could also have to do with your business, if you're a business owner, your reputation in society, your social standing even. All of these things have undergone a transformation since Pluto has been in Capricorn. Now that Pluto is getting ready to move into Aquarius, this is going to shift into your 11th house of friendships and goals. So that element of transformation, that caterpillar to the butterfly, all of that trajectory is going to be playing out over the next 20 plus years in your house that governs friendships, associations, goals, and ambitions. So this may be a goal that is going to take some time to play out in your life, but maybe something that is completely life-changing. This could also be friendships and associations that you join or that you start, or maybe these things may end. You may also go through a cycle of death and rebirth and beginnings and endings when it comes to these particular topics. But regardless, get comfortable because Pluto is going to be in your 11th house for the next 20 plus years. So this is where you may experience a rebirth, a profound transformation in your life that changes the trajectory of your life forever. It's very intense, but again, very profound energy. And so while your friendships may change, your friend groups may change, even your goals and ambitions may change. Again, they may go into these cycles of beginnings and endings. Know that you are being led to a completely sort of different place in your life when it comes to those things. Pluto is all about profound transformation. All right. So that's what you have to look forward to in March. And again, if you want to know more about the March general astrology, link to that video will be in the description box below. All right, my love. So now that we've talked about the astrology, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for you for March. All right, let's get into it. Okay, Aries. Let's pull some cards and see what March has in store. Oh, okay. Out the gate, we've got the stork. The stork is the bringer of good news. Now, typically the stork brings babies, right? But I'm not getting physical babies here. I am getting new things, okay? Being that the sun is going to be in your sign come Aries season in the second half of March, I feel like there is going to be something new that's coming to you, and it's coming to you from Spirit. It could be something that you've manifested, that you've been working on manifesting, or it could be kind of like a complete surprise. But whatever it is, I feel like it's something new. Something new, something exciting, something worthwhile, something that you're passionate about, okay? We've got the whip, okay? This is definitely kind of Aries energy. The whip represents like whipping things into shape. It could be like, physical whipping. Some of you, I'm hearing like you've been beating a dead horse. Some of you have really been putting a lot of physical energy into something and it hasn't been fruitful. And I feel like a part of this story has a lot to do with Saturn going into your 12th house. Remember I said before, Saturn is the integration of body and spirit. A lot of you have been putting in the body part of that equation and not the spiritual part. And once you put in the spiritual part, that's when Spirit is going to bring to you whatever you've been desiring or working on. So for some, I'm hearing that the message right now is you don't need to work so hard, at least not the physical labor or the 3D kind of labor. Some of you really need to tap into Spirit at this point because it's Spirit that's going to be bringing you whatever this thing is that you want. Okay. Let's get another card here. Okay. We've got two. Okay. We've got the Scythe. This is about cutting things out. Okay. Like this is like death, things ending, definitely Pluto. And then we also have the ring reverse. Now, the ring is obviously commitment, it's obligation. There is an obligation that you guys are cutting out. There's an obligation that is ending, okay? So with Pluto going from your 10th house to your 11th house, for some, this may have to do with a job. There's a job that's ending. And I get the sense that you don't feel too badly about this because you kind of wanted this thing to end. I feel like this is something that you no longer want to be tied to. It's something or some kind of obligation that you no longer want to be responsible for. And so I feel like that is going to end. And Spirit is saying, don't beat yourself up over it because something new, remember, is coming your way. So if you find that you have obligations that are ending, if you have friendships that are ending, associations that are ending, something new is right around the corner. So you really don't need to beat yourself up about it. You don't need to like shoulder all the blame or feel guilty about it. Like something new is coming your way. So don't fret. All right. Let's get some more cards here. Okay. First up, we have caution. Yeah. So this is like, it's not about for you to be cautious. You know how when there's like, you're driving on the highway and there's been an accident and they block off, they cordon off where the accident occurred while they fix it up? That is kind of what's going on with you. So while this ending is taking place, you may find that people aren't so close to you or you feel maybe estranged from people. That's because all of this is working itself out. And Spirit is like, I don't need other people meddling in this shit or stirring the pot. So people are being like Spirit is like, all right, people, I need you to back up. I'm working on this thing for Aries. I don't need you in this shit. So that's what this caution card is for. Okay. Then we've got power lines, energy. So what I'm seeing right now is like unplugging something from one outlet and plugging it into another one. So there's going to be a period where there's no energy. Okay. The energy that you've been using to work on this thing or work on this obligation, the plug is going to be pulled out from that. But it's going to be plugged into something new, okay? So if you find that your efforts aren't being matched, if you're finding that something is ending, as I'm seeing that it will, let it, because you're about to be plugged into something new and something that you really want. All right, we've got stability. So this definitely lets me know that it has to do with a job. It has to do with your stability, your security. Yeah, it probably has to do with a career or any associations that you are a part of. Something that you've been anchored to for a while. So this could be a job you've had for a long time. And you're putting in the work. But again, it's like you've been beating a dead horse. And Spirit is like, no. Okay, unplug from this. And let's plug into this over here. This thing over here is going to be a lot better than what you've been plugged into for so long, okay? So I definitely feel it's like it has to do with a job or an obligation. We've got peace. Now, it kind of fell this way. So I'm getting like two messages. Whatever you've been plugged into for all this time, it has not been a source of peace for you. I feel like it's been very stressful. It's been hectic. And again, you've been beating a dead horse, which is not peaceful at all. But I feel like whatever you're about to plug into now is a much better energetic fit for you. It's also going to bring you peace and harmony. So again, whatever's ending right now, it's for your highest good, because not only were you beating a dead horse, but it wasn't a source of peace and harmony for you. So again, allow yourself to be unplugged from whatever you've been plugged into, that you can plug into something a lot better, okay? Let's get some more cards here. Yep, we've got the Chariot, which is movements. I feel like whatever job you've been in, it's been really stagnant too. Like perhaps, remember I said before, so Pluto was in your 10th house for a minute. So this has been the trajectory of your career, like college, first job, promotion, all of this stuff. But maybe you haven't gotten promoted in a long time. Or maybe your business has been at this plateau for a minute. And I feel like in March, things are going to start to move forward, okay? There's going to be movement, whether it's to unplug you from this situation or to plug you into a new one. But there's going to be movement this month. Yeah. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. So either your pay hasn't been good, or you've just been experiencing a lot of lack with this particular job or with this particular business or with this particular obligation. It's like, you know, I love the depiction of this 5 of Pentacles, right? Because you see she's on this side, and this is the side of the tree that she's got. It's bare, it's winter, it's not fruitful. And she's pointing at this side like this is what she wants, but she can't get there because of the presence of this gate here. Someone has been gatekeeping at your job. Perhaps someone has denied you a promotion or denied you from moving forward. There's been a stagnancy when it comes to career or business mobility. And I feel like there's going to be movement away from that in March. Then we've got the Daughter of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. There is a new relationship. It's like the stork is bringing you something new, something that is in alignment not only with where you're at, but it's really something that you want. It's going to give you emotional fulfillment, but most importantly, it's going to give you peace and harmony, okay? So there is newness on the horizon. And then we've got the Magician. You've been trying to manifest this, or this is a time where you're deciding that you want to manifest a new situation when it comes to work or when it comes to business, okay? So Spirit is like, make it happen. But remember, it's an integration of body and spirit. It's as above, so below, all right? Integrating the two is what's going to allow this newness to manifest, okay? Let's get some more cards. Look at this. Beautiful. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So fortune is on your side, and fortune favors the bold. If you will take those actions that are in alignment with body and spirit, you're not going to be in this 5 of Pentacles energy anymore. You're going to be in this Wheel of Fortune, and good things not only are going to come your way, but the wheels are going to start turning. There's going to be movement away from this fuck shit that you were in for so long. Okay. Yep. 8 of Pentacles definitely has to do with work, your craft, your career, what you do for business. This is just letting me know that that's exactly what this reading has to do with, okay? You just want to get back to creating. You just want to get back to doing what you do. I'm hearing like some of you are like in middle management and you hate it. Like, it doesn't allow you to be creative. It doesn't allow you to be in power. You're kind of in between. Like you supervise some people, but you still have people supervising you. And you're like, I don't want to live this life anymore. I want to do what I want to do. Some of you may be dabbling into something creative or whatever it is. I feel like you guys are going to be focused on doing what your heart truly desires at this point. Okay. And so that's what's going to happen. That's what you're manifesting. That is the wheel that's going to be turning in your favor in March. All right. Oh, beautiful. We've got the 4 of Wands. So for some of you, this represents a new job that you're going to be into. For some, I'm hearing like a home-based business. Like whatever it is, the outcome is overwhelmingly positive. There's togetherness, there's peace, there's joy with whatever it is that you're doing and whoever you're doing it with, okay? So it's harmony, it's celebration, it's all the good stuff that you could possibly want. This is what awaits you. So again, if you find that certain things are ending with respect to your career or a job or a business, let it, because you're going to be unplugged from this stagnant thing and being plugged into something new. What I'm seeing right now is a plug that's a lamp that's been plugged into a particular outlet and it's not as bright anymore, or it's just not working. Like the lamp just isn't working. Something's wrong with the plug. Something's wrong with the outlet. The outlet doesn't carry the same current that it did before. Now, this lamp is going to be unplugged from the non-working outlet, and it's going to be plugged into a brand new outlet with a fresh current of energy. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you in March. All right. Let's get 3 cards to close this reading. We've got expectations. Spirit is like, you can wait on this. I've got you. You can wait on this new beginning because it's definitely coming. Despair. Spirit is like, please don't despair. I know it may feel bad, especially if a job is ending, you get laid off, fired, or something happens and you have to leave this job. Spirit is like, don't despair. Wait on me. Remember that body and spirit integration. Wait on me. I've got something new for you. Okay. One more to close out this reading. Child. In this deck, child symbolizes something new. Remember, we had the stork and we've got the child. Spirit is bringing you a new situation, brand new. Remember, I just said you were plugged into a non-functioning outlet for so long. Spirit is going to get you into a brand new outlet that has a fresh current of energy. Okay, so things are definitely looking up for you in March, Aries. Just allow whatever is going to happen to happen. Have faith in spirit and wait on spirit, because they are going to bring you something that's going to be peaceful, harmonious, and in alignment with your heart's truest desires. All right, my loves. So that is the March 2023 monthly astro forecast for the sign of Aries. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important message that you can use going forward into this month. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, or if you would like to book a natal chart, a progressed natal chart report and consultation, all of those links are in the description box below. So don't forget to check them out. All right, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing March, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, take care.